Okay, I look tired. Of course, it doesn't help that I wear purple makeup sometimes, and then I've got the bags under the eyes, which you can tell, which when you see my eyes goes that way, I'm looking at my screen. So, I lost a couple of my videos because they were webcam records, and what I did, or what I'm doing, since I've upgraded my computer to Windows 10, I've decided to go ahead and make this a 3-11-12 version of OpenMe. So I don't know where the other two videos were at as far as content. So I do apologize for that. I know a lot's been going on, and I can say this 1,000,001 times. We have too many lives lost in the trans community. Number one. To reach out to everyone is not easy. It's hard when you come out and you meet resistance in your own family, and I understand that. But we have friends, and it's hard even to reach out to friends. So everyone we've lost so far is a loss. And as a community, I'm sure we're going to miss everybody this year. But onwards on my transition, which is what the OpenMe is about. It does hurt when I hear about other losses. I reflect on my attempt and things. So, yeah. Anyway. Lately, I've been having more dysphoria. I started dating, and we're getting along really good, which is great. I don't want to out the other person, so I'm not going to mention who they are or their status as cis, trans, or what have you, because for all you know, I could have said out and said they could really be cis anyway. It's nobody else's business. Yeah. So now, a little bit more on what's going on right now. So I've been working at that awesome place called Walmart. Okay, it's not really that awesome. But 40 hours a week, I've got health insurance. I've been okay with my HRT. A lot of my levels have shifted. If I remember correctly, when I started hormones, my testosterone level was 150. The last time I got my estrogen level, I was at 174, and my testosterone was at 6. So, rapidly, I am going through the metamorphosis of a butterfly, thankfully. I've noticed that I do get happier, but I do also have the low moods. And what I've been working on is getting another job. Because as getting another job is concerned, I have a lot of debt. Well, not a lot of debt. I'm just behind on some things. And I live 35 miles from my job. My landlord told me one day, well, if you can't afford to work that far from home, and granted my rent is $200, but he told me I should quit my job to stay living in his trailer park. I've got a better solution. I'll get a second job, and then I will go and move. And not only will I move, but I will move to a place that may cost me more, but it's closer to work. So doing the 2 jobs will actually work out where I can pay my rent and my bills and everything and keep on top of all that. Yeah, it's going to suck to pay more rent, but I can be closer to people that care about me. I've got very few friends that are close here in the town I live in. And as far as I know, in this very small town, I am the only transgender woman. For all I know, I'm the only transgender person in this small town. With that said, I actually have not had a hard time in my town. Most people haven't said anything to me as a negative or anything, except for the actual people that I need to get away from. My next door neighbor gives me the "it's a choice" rant. My landlord has told me, well, the Bible says, and I just need to get away from it. And then my neighbor across the street the other day, probably the worst offense was he called me my birth name. And I'm usually not offended, but I also told him that I've legally changed my name. So since I've legally changed my name, I asked to be called by my name. And instead he's like, that's not the name I know you by. I'm going to call you this no matter what. So I'm planning on moving closer to Tulsa maybe, so that this way here I can actually do this 2 jobs, get a small social life, keep the job I have. I love my Walmart job. I'm sorry. A lot of people hate Walmart, but I discovered a policy that has been helping me be more open with people at work and more comfortable with who I am. I've also gotten a carry letter since the last video, so which some people in the trans community know what this is and some don't. It's just a letter stating that you can go to the bathroom and your psychologist gives it to you. And there's a certain format it follows, and just make sure that if you're not going in the bathroom to cause trouble, that's pretty much why you're in there, is to go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom, wash your hands, and leave. Most people haven't figured out that that's what people do in the bathroom. Of course, I'm not gonna lie, I work in maintenance in Walmart, and I have yet to figure out how these women pee on the seat. Because when you clean the bathrooms, yeah, see things you don't want to see. Nightmares. Yeah, some people are scared of clowns. Go clean a bathroom. Guarantee Bozo come down the street, you'd be like, hey, Bozo, how's it going? Weren't you scared of me last week? Oh, well, I cleaned a toilet. Oh. Or as George Takei would say, oh my. Anyway, probably I shouldn't have said that. I've been thinking about, I took that course, which another thing on that, I was able to get my name change stuff put in as a PDF for them, and they accepted it, and so my degree was going to be in my birth name, which I'm not going to really use it, but it's for that beauty care course, so I'll be able to frame this on my wall, and instead of it saying Mark, it's going to say Allaire. It's going to say my name on the work I've done, which I'm proud of. And yeah, I may not do this as a job because after reading into licensing and stuff, I'd rather work these other 2 jobs and do that. I'm still working with the Tria laser, which is iffy, but I should have got the calming gel. I really should have. But one of the other side reasons of this 2 jobs is I plan on probably looking into the electrolysis. I've got a paper over here that I looked at, sorry. But it's a lot of things that boil down to I'm not having a good time sometimes. But I'm going forward with my transition because I got to be true to me. I've got to be true to the person I am. And I've got to be myself. And yeah, I get my low times, but I also get my high times. I've been off and on with crying and stuff lately. And I try to better myself. And when I get low, it's just hard to pick up. But it's time to keep moving and going on this train and knowing where that the carry letter to go to the bathroom isn't the stopping point for me. I know I need surgery. I know it's not just the elective gender surgery. I know I need my back surgery because my back is in so much pain. And I'm just bound and determined to do everything on my own. And I know I can reach out for help, and I don't. I'm not looking for pity. I'm just trying to get along on my own. And I don't have it harder than everybody. I just make things hard on myself. But I'm going to keep fighting. And I'm going to keep making these videos, whether or not people watch them. So, I want everybody to know that whoever watches these, whoever subscribes, I love you all. And we're not the only ones out there.